Hi friends, today we are going to see the past year NEET questions for the chapter Mineral Nutrition, and today in this video we'll cover the last part, which is part 3 for us. So let's begin with the first question, which was asked in the year 2013. Which two distinct microbial processes are responsible for the release of fixed nitrogen as dinitrogen gas to the atmosphere? Okay, we all know that plants need nitrogen also as a source of for the survival, like carbon dioxide, oxygen, and nitrogen is also a part of it. So here certain bacteria help or certain fungi help in this fixation of nitrogen for the plant. So moreover, they live like a symbiotic relationship. For example, let's take the nitrogen fixing bacteria that we have, like cyanobacteria and so many other things. They are all a part of that system. So they actually help in fixing. So nitrogen will not be in pure form when it comes to the soil, when underneath soil. So this will help in the system. So here in the global nitrogen cycle, bacterial denitrification is recognized as an important process. So that process is nothing but denitrification. It will convert the fixed nitrogen to atmospheric nitrogen gas. Okay, so it will be moreover in the form of N2. Okay, in marine nitrogen cycle, anaerobic oxidation of ammonium will be coupled to nitrate reduction, and what happens there? It will constituently, or it will contribute to the nitrogen production in marine sediments. So therefore the answer to this question is anaerobic ammonium oxidation and denitrification is the answer. Next question here. Which one of the following is a wrong statement? And this question was asked in the year 2012. Again, this is an easy question here. We have to analyze the statements here. Look at the first statement. Anabaena or nostoc are capable of fixing nitrogen in free living state. This is a right statement. Therefore, this is not the answer. Root nodule forming nitrogen fixers live as aerobes under free living conditions. This is also a right statement. Right? I told you in the previous question that bacteria, fungi, all these help in fixing nitrogen, and they live in association with the plant roots. Phosphorus is a constituent of the cell membrane, certain nucleic acids and cell proteins. Phosphorus is a constituent of nucleic acids of both DNA and RNA, but it is not a constituent of cell membranes and cell proteins. Therefore, which statement is wrong out of the four? If you see, it is option C. Now you understand why it is that answer? Yeah. Next question here. Read the following statements A to D. Okay? Yeah, we have to read it and then we have to answer. So first statement, both photophosphorylation and oxidative phosphorylation involves uphill transport of protons across the membrane. Okay? In dicot system, a new cambium originates from the cell of pericycle at the time of secondary growth. Stamens and flowers of Procera and Petuna are polyanitrox. Okay. Symbiotic nitrogen fixers occur in free living state, also in soil. All the four statements are correct. Do you agree with me? All the four statements are correct. Okay. The right answer is 4. Okay. Yeah, all the four statements are correct. For its action, nitrogenase requires dash, and this question was asked again in the year 2012. So what is nitrogenase? It's an enzyme, right? It is an enzyme. So what does it do? Any idea? What activity it has? See, nitrogenase is an enzyme that are produced by certain bacteria such as cyanobacteria. These enzymes are responsible for the reduction of nitrogen to ammonia or ammonium. Nitrogenase are the only family of enzymes known to catalyze this reaction, which is a key step in the process of nitrogen fixation. For its action, what does nitrogenase require? It requires high input of energy. As we all know, it is the only known family of enzymes that accomplish this process. Nitrogenase requires high input of energy and anaerobic condition for the process of nitrogen fixation to occur. Therefore, the right answer is option C. Next question here. A prokaryotic autotrophic nitrogen fixing symbiont is found in dash. So any idea where it is found? You have 4 options here. The right answer is option B. Okay, Siccus. It's a prokaryotic autotrophic nitrogen fixing symbiont and it is found in Siccus. So what is this Siccus actually? How can you describe it? I think we already saw a little of this in the plant kingdom. It's a plant. Okay, it's called as Siccus. You have many species under it, but the scientific name of it is Siccus revolta. Okay, and it is a gymnosperm. Okay, it is a gymnosperm in the family Siccaceae, and it's a native of southern Japan, including the some islands. It is one of the several species used for the production of sago, a well-known ornamental plant. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option B. Next question here. Nitrifying bacteria. What do they do? Very easy question, right? It converts what? What is the right answer here? What does it do? Is it converting? No. What does it do? So can we just go through the nitrifying bacteria? I told you cyanobacteria is one thing. What are the other things that you know about this bacteria? See, nitrifying bacteria are also called as chemolithotrophic organisms that include species of the genera Nitrosomonas, Nitrosococcus, Nitrobacter, and many more. These bacteria get their energy by the oxidation of inorganic nitrogen compounds. Types include ammonium oxidizing bacteria, nitrite oxidizing bacteria. So nitrifying bacteria oxidize the ammonia to nitrates. The nitrifying bacteria brings about a transformation of ammonia to nitrite, and nitrite will be converted into nitrate. Therefore, the right answer is option A. Next question here. The function of leg hemoglobin in the root nodules of the legumes is dash. So have you ever heard about this hemoglobin? Maybe I think many would have not heard about it. What is this leg hemoglobin? It is an oxygen carrier protein. What is this? This is an oxygen carrier protein, which is found in the nitrogen fixing root nodules of the leguminous plants. That is why from the leguminous plants they have taken leg. So it's not having leg, it's just leg hemoglobin called as. It is produced by the legumes in response to the roots being colonized by nitrogen fixing bacteria. The very common one that we all would have come across is the rhizobium. Right. So what is the function of this leg hemoglobin? If you see, it is a hemoglobin like red pigment found in the root nodules of the legumes and reported to function as an oxygen carrying pigment. Okay, carrying pigment in symbiotic nitrogen fixation. Therefore, the right answer is option B. Okay, next question here. An element playing an important role in nitrogen fixation is dash. An element which plays an important role. The right answer is molybdenum. This is a micronutrient that plays an important role in nitrogen fixation. It is a part of nitrate reductase enzyme and it helps in nitrogen fixation. Anything else that you know about this molybdenum? Is it a metal? It's a chemical element with a symbol MO and atomic number is 42. Okay. And what else you can talk about it? What does molybdenum? See, it's only a micronutrient level that is required for the plant as well. It is an essential mineral found in high concentrations in legumes, grains, and organ meats. It activates the enzymes to help the breakdown of harmful sulfides to prevent the toxins from building up in the body. So this is another usage that I would like to give about molybdenum. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option A. Next question here. One of the free-living anaerobic nitrogen fixer is dash. Any idea what it could be? We have 4 options here. Azotobacter, Rhizobium. Rhizobium, Azotobacter, all these live in association. they cannot be free living. And what do you mean by anaerobic? Even in the absence of oxygen, they can survive. The right answer to this question is rhodospirillum, which is option B. It's a free-living anaerobic nitrogen fixer bacteria. It can synthesize its food in the presence of light under anaerobic conditions. While if you take option A, Bejrenicia, Azotobacter are free-living aerobic nitrogen fixers. Okay, Rhizobium, you very well know it lives in symbiotic relationship. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option B. Next question here. Which one of the following is a symbiotic nitrogen fixer? And this question was asked in the year 2009. Okay, here you don't have Rhizobium, so you can't go take for the answer of Rhizobium. Azotobacter we just now saw in the previous question. It's a free-living aerobic nitrogen fixer. Therefore, that also not the answer. The right answer to this question is Frankia, which is option B. Frankia is a symbiotic nitrogen fixer, and that you can see there. You have a clear picture of how it is in association with the roots. It forms root nodules, right? So that the picture clearly tells you how it is living in symbiotic relationship with the other plant to survive its condition. Okay, therefore the right answer to this question is option B. Next question here. Nitrogen fixation in root nodules of Alnis is brought about by dash. We just now saw in the earlier question, right? I think all of you should know the answer now. We just now saw, so I'll just show that again. We have two species, plant species name here, Cassarina and Alnis. So it's the same question here. Can you just match it? Nitrogen fixation in root nodules of Alnis is brought about by option C, Frankia. Okay. Clostridium is actually a pathogenic bacterium. Okay, it will not come for nitrogen fixation. Okay, fine. Next question here. A free-living nitrogen fixing cyanobacterium which can also form symbiotic association with the water fern Azolla is dash. So if you look at this question, you have four options here. Okay, look at the first one. We'll discuss one by one. Tolipothrix. This is a single heteropolar cyanobacterial filaments in the mucilaginous sheath. Base of the filament begins at the heterocyte. So this is also not the answer. Chlorella nostoc, this is also not the answer. The right answer is Anabina. Okay, the freshwater fern Azolla harbors Anabina, which is a blue-green algae, and in its leaf cavities. Chlorella is simply a green algae, and nostoc is a free-living cyanobacteria involved in nitrogen fixation, and so is Tolipothrix. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option D, Anabina. So to your right side, you have a clear image of Anabina under the microscopic condition. You also see a heterocyst under it. Right, they've clearly marked it. Therefore, the right answer is option D. Next question here. Which one of the following mineral elements plays an important role in the biological nitrogen fixation? I think all of you should know what the answer is by now. Yes, the right answer is molybdenum. We just now discussed about it. The symbol is MO. And this is required only in micronutrient level. It's not a macronutrient level. And this is a component of nitrogenase, and nitrate depends. What actually happens here is the nitrate reductase is involved during the nitrogen fixation. While if you take the other elements here, we have copper, we have manganese, zinc, but actually molybdenum will actually reduce the amount of toxins that are getting accumulated on the roots. It will actually prevent, it seems. While if you take copper, it is essential for photosynthesis and respiration. Zinc is involved in the synthesis of auxin, which is required, which is one of the plant growth factor. Manganese, if you see, it's the activator of the enzymes involved in the nitrogen metabolism. Therefore, the right answer is option A. Next question here. Enzyme involved in the nitrogen assimilation, which was asked in the year 2001. So, yeah, the very easy question this is. The option A is the answer. A molecule of nitrogen is changed into ammonia with the help of nitrogenase. While if you take transaminase, transfers amino group from one substrate to another. Nitrate reductase, transferase, they are all a part of nitrogen fixation process. But the enzyme which is involved in the nitrogen assimilation, which is a main target or which is the main importance there, is nitrogenase. Next question here. Which aquatic form performs nitrogen fixation? So you have four options here. Salvia and Salvinia is not the answer. So it should either be Azolla or Nostoc. What will be the answer now? Azolla performs nitrogen fixation through its colonies of Anabina azolae, which have the capacity to fix atmospheric nitrogen. Therefore, the right answer is option A. Maybe I can share something interesting about this Azolla. Now to your right side you have a picture of it, right? Azolla is also called as mosquito fern. It's a genus of the 7 species of aquatic ferns of the family Salviaceae. They are extremely reduced in the form of specialized, looking nothing like a typical fern but more resembling a duckweed or some kind of moss-like appearance. Okay, and this Azolla, you can ask me what is the use of this Azolla? It can fix atmospheric nitrogen, carry out photosynthesis and uptake of nutrient from its surrounding environment through its root system. This is the main function of Azolla, which you should know. Next question here. In plants, inulin and raphides. Okay, dash. What is inulin and raphides? They are the reserved food materials. These crystals are reserved materials in plants. Inulin is a polysaccharide. Okay, it's a polysaccharide. So poly means many, right? And it is present in composite or composite A form, while raphides are bunches of needle-like crystals of calcium oxalate, and it is found only in certain plants. So what is inulin and raphides in plants? Reserved food material. Next question here. Which of the following is a free-living aerobic non-photosynthetic nitrogen fixer? So Rhizobium, Azospirillum, Nostoc. Okay. Out of the 4, Azotobacter. Out of the 4, the right answer is Azotobacter. While if you take Rhizobium, it lives in symbiotic relationship. So it's not free living. It's not the answer. Azospirillum is not a, it's a fungus. It's a nitrogen fixing fungus, and Nostoc, if you see, it's anaerobic in nature. The one which is non-photosynthetic, free living, aerobic, if you see, it is option C. Option B, Azotobacter. Next question here. Which of the following can fix atmospheric nitrogen? Again, this is a very easy question, a repeated question. In fact, I think all of you should know what the answer is by now. Yes, the right answer is Anabina. So maybe I can share something more about Anabina. Anabina is a algae. We all know that, right? It's a genus of the filamentous cyanobacteria that exist as plankton. They are known for the nitrogen fixing abilities, and they form a symbiotic relationship with certain plants such as the mosquito fern. Okay, what type of cell is Anabina? Anabina is a heterocyst forming. I already showed a picture of it. And it performs oxygenic photosynthesis. And how does Anabina grow? It grows as long filaments. Okay, it's a nitrogen fixing blue-green algae composed of barrel-shaped cells held in gelatinous matrix. And the special feature of it, it has an heterocyst, which is the protective part of it. And this cyst will not be easily broken up, they say. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option D. Okay, so with this, we complete the part 3 of mineral and nutrition. Hope to meet you in another new chapter with another set of questions with more interesting explanations. Thank you.